I'm going to show you how to replace the high beam and the low beam. There are two separate bulbs in this car. Pop the hood. The reason I'm wearing plastic gloves is basically because if you get your fingers on the bulb, you'll actually burn the bulb out prematurely. So this is where the high beam is located, and this is where the low beam. So low beam and high beam. High beam. So I'm just going to take this cover off. Here we have similar harness. So we're just going to pull that harness straight out, like so. Okay. And then you still have that wire retaining clip there. You're just going to depress that wire, and then that comes out of the way, and then your bulb should be free to come out. So again, don't touch the glass with your hand because that could make it burn out quicker. Here's your bulb. So this bulb looks good. Nothing's burnt out or anything. Notice that this is the way it should go back in, the same orientation, so that little knob goes down to the bottom. So we're going to replace this. So now that we have the bulb seated, so see that? Now we just need to depress this little piece of wire. That wire's in. I'll show you that. Now all we have to do is reattach the harness. Same way as it came off. Right there. So now we just have to replace the cap. Replace the cap. And then we're just going to make sure that this sits back where it was. So here, right behind the washer fluid, you have this cap. You just unscrew that. You don't need any tools. And then what you're going to have, if I can get a close up in here, so you can see that. You have this wire harness that pops off. Get a good look at that. There's a little piece of wire that I just need to depress and pull out of the way. Okay. Now the bulb is nice and loose. So I'm gonna So now we can pull out that light bulb. Now, if this was burnt out, you would be able to see like a little black marker. That little piece of metal will be broken. So it sits like that. So we're going to put that back in. Now that wire clip, we have to just go back over. That wire clip is back in, as you can see. And then we're just going to reconnect that wiring harness. Wiring harness is back on. So now we're just going to take that cover, snap it in, just turn so it's good and tight. We've replaced the high beam and we've replaced the low beam. And like always, whenever you replace anything in a car, you might want to test it out. So we can see the low beam works and the high beam works. So the low beam and the high beam both work, so we're good to go.